morning, everybody. Day 2 on the Appalachian Trail. Had a little climb, and today there's some big mountains, and it ends with Blood Mountain. I don't know if we're getting up and over that today. That baby's big. I'm gonna take it easy today. I went a little bit further than I wanted to yesterday, but I don't feel too bad. Slept really good, surprisingly. I woke up, looked at my watch. I was like, holy smokes, it's 6 o'clock. I gotta get, or 6:30. I gotta get packed up and get moving. So I get up, start tearing down, to get a big drink of water, and I'm messing around about 15 minutes, and I just check the watch again and say, hey, how fast am I going packing up? Here it's 2:30 in the morning. I don't know what I was seeing when I looked at the watch, so I took everything back out and laid back down, and of course fell asleep about a half hour before I wanted to get up. But anyway, we packed up in the dark, walked a little bit, and now it's about 25 after 7. It doesn't get, you can't really turn the headlamp off till about 7:15, 10 after, something like that. It's pretty dark in the woods and down in the gutters. Anyway, we're going to truck along today and see what we can see. Talk at you later. There's the first climb of the day. We're going down into the gutter, down by the water, and then up and over. That's the small one for the day. All right, everybody. Starting to get a little lighter now, more light. Ran into a gentleman. He just zigzags between gaps just to stay in shape. Real nice guy, gave me some good information. People are so friendly out here. Doing a little climb. I was gonna wait till it was flat, but there really isn't any flat. But I just patched Gooch Mountain Shelter or Gooch Gap Shelter. I don't know which one they call it. Gooch Mountain Shelter maybe. But the one I hit yesterday, that sassafras, whew, she was sassy. That baby straight up. Hey, this gentleman said that Blood Mountain is taller, but it's more gradual, so it's not straight vertical. So we'll see. I have to tell you a funny story. Another one I pulled this morning. So I pulled my food bag out for today, and I had 2 Mountain House meals in here. One for breakfast and one for dinner. I had chicken and rice for dinner, and I had an egg scramble for breakfast. So I looked in the bag and grabbed it. And I'm like, oh man, I cooked up a coffee, sitting in my hammock, and I'll show you my setup here one of these days when I get some time. It was too dark. Everything I did last night and this morning was in the dark. But I got my coffee going. Man, I can taste those eggs now. I rip open the pouch, put the stuff in, stir it around. I said, oh, this even has some peppers and stuff in here. It's got a little rice in there too. Yeah, you know what I did. We had chicken and rice for breakfast. We'll be having scrambled eggs for dinner. No biggie, I just had to laugh. But we're gonna hopefully have some good views today and see what we can see. Talk at you in a bit. Believe me, this goes beyond what the camera can pick up. Sorry about that. I'm shaking from this freaking climb. When I say camera doesn't do it justice, I've heard that saying, and I believe it. But man, this is just unbelievable. You can see forever. It's just beautiful. This is I don't think there's any name to this mountain here, but up here there's supposed to be a little viewpoint, and then we go down and then up and over Ramrock Mountain, and then we go into a little, I think, woody gap. Is it Woody Gap? I think it's Woody Gap. And then it's decision what to do with Blood Mountain, because that's a big boy. None of these are any slouches by any means, but Blood Mountain looks way down on this mountain. We get up to this viewpoint, I'll get you some elevation numbers and look it up in gut hooks. By the way, gut hooks, there goes my poles again. Gut hooks is amazing. You can't do this walk without it. I'm sorry, far out. It's like having your own personal guide. Elevations, points of interest, side trails. It's very, very informative. Could have some extra things, but if you pair that up with the AWOL guide, that's the bomb. But anyway, I think we're here at the viewpoint. Let me prop my poles up here There they be. Let's go down here and see what we got. I'm gonna have to take this pack off, take a little break. We're gonna go out on here in a little perch. That's what I'm talking about. This is why I hike. And you could even see further if it wasn't cloudy. Beautiful. So I'm gonna take my pack off and take a little break here. Take this little Cooey hoodie I have on. It's really thin, but it's pretty nice. So far I'm liking it. I'm starting to get a couple hot spots on my feet. I don't think it matters what kind of shoe you have. You're gonna get problems with your feet unless, I mean, my feet are jacked up to begin with from what I had in my disease. So you just have to roll with the punches. And I tell you what, it'd be great to be a weatherman up here. Just say it's gonna be Monday. I mean, I had to think of what day it was. Yeah, it is Monday, I think. Yeah, the 2nd. Whew. But sun was coming out. Thought it was going to be a good day. Got cloudy, rain, spritzed, windy. Clouds look like they're lift coming back in. That's the mountains. So I'm not even going to look at the weather forecast. Maybe just to see if anything big's going to happen, like a big polar blast like we had before. But anyway, we're going to go to Ramrock Mountain. Go down this one, up another one, down that, and then it's Blood Mountain. For the record, this is at mile 18.6 and the elevation is 3212. I don't know how far we're going to go down, but here comes somebody. Stranger danger. Ramrock Mountain.
A friend of mine just finished the AT.
Oh yeah?
She did it in 10 sections, I think.
That big boy staring at me saying, "What you gonna do?" And I gotta go all the way to the bottom to go to the top. Alright, there was a bunch of people up there. So I just wanted to get a quick view of that from up there on Ramrock. That was 31, I think it was 3112. It actually went down a little bit from that other elevation, but we're going way down. And then Blood Mountain is 4,442. So we're gonna get to the bottom here and see what time it is and get some water and then make a decision if we go up and over that. If we do that, we'll probably just make a run to Neal's Gap, find a place to camp there. So I'd like to try to put the burners on, but you can't because you're either going straight up or straight down. There's no way to make any time yet. So I'll check back with you in a bit. Looking back at Ramrock, and now we're just climbing and climbing and climbing. I don't think there's going to be much to see, but I'll probably climb and climb and climb and then come to a view. So when I find a cool spot, you'll be the first to know after me. Have a good day, everybody. Happy day after New Year. Be safe and healthy. Be back at you in a bit. That didn't turn out like I wanted it to. It's not that steep right here right now. Every time I do that, it usually hits a tree and stops anyway. But we're just walking around a cup, like the inside of them, side of the mountain right now. She's a little steep up there. Just to give you an idea, when you're most of the time when you're walking, especially like when you're on the side of a hill, just walking through, like in the middle of it, just walking on the side of it, you always seem to have a beautiful view of the mountains through the trees. And that's another benefit of hiking this time of year, is if this was all, the foliage was all thick, your views wouldn't be too good. But yeah, it sure is pretty. So we're gonna head on up the trail and see what we can find. But it is nice out. It's about 45 degrees, rain on and off, and windy time to time. Of course, as soon as I turn the camera on, you're not going to hear it. We must be near a speedway. Sounds like stock cars racing in the distance, or sprint car or something. Definitely a racetrack. It sounds awesome. Must be I don't know how close the speedway is, but sound does travel through these mountains pretty weird sometimes, and comes in from all different directions. But I didn't know if that would pick it up, but you could definitely hear some racing. That's where we came from. Just leaving Woody Gap. Man, there was a ton of cars there. Must be a lot of people out here walking around. But it started raining. I got my umbrella out, set it down, was getting my straps to attach it to my shoulder strap. I bent over to get my umbrella and my waist belt broke. So I have it rigged up. It's not working, but I'm gonna have to be carrying all this weight on my shoulders now. So we're gonna try and get that fixed at Neil Gap. But yeah, that sucks. But hey, wouldn't be right if it went smooth. But we'll see what we can get done today. Starting to climb up towards Blood Mountain. Serious elevation, serious rocks, and serious fog rolling in. I don't know if we're going up into the clouds, if this is fog rolling in. But right on point. We'll get to the views here and we'll just keep pressing on. There's view number one. We're not even going to climb up there, just keep pressing on. Now we're getting some AT weather. Rain, wind, fog. Just a little bit to the 10th power from the approach trail. Gotta love it. I was just gonna make a video, but there's stranger danger. We had some last second stranger danger there. Everybody's been so friendly. Well, my shoulders are getting really sore from carrying this heavy backpack with no waist belt. So I'm gonna get to the top and see if I can get a night at the Neal's Gap, and then just push on. And if I got to get there hiking in the dark, that's what's got to happen. But I think that's what's going to be the game plan for now. Pouring down rain. It stopped raining for a little bit, but foggy and the wind was blowing like crazy, and we're only going higher. So and I talked to my wife earlier, and I guess the dog misses me so bad that she's got all kinds of issues. I had to take her to the animal hospital. They really care about your money, I mean your pet. Now it's all good. Poor girl, she was just missing me. She gets a little pancreatitis, I guess, when she gets all stressed out. Her owner isn't that far. But anyway, we're gonna push forward here and see what the rest of this day brings. Could get interesting. Well, in the last 10 seconds, I'm above the clouds. I just came up through that hut going up Blood Mountain. Above the clouds. And we're only, I don't even think we're halfway up the mountain yet. Pretty cool. I'm gonna try and find a spot to stay. I can't carry this weight on my shoulders, are killing me already. And I can't get this belt any tighter to hold the most of the weight. So there's a there's a shelter area up here, or a campsite up the mountain a little bit further. But we're gonna stay about halfway up Blood Mountain, and then tomorrow I'll go up and over it, and then go down into Neal's Gap and try and get this thing fixed. They didn't have any bunk rooms available or any hostel or anything. I feel like going to Blood Mountain Cabins and spending $110 to sleep in a closet. So we're gonna just sleep out here tonight and see what tomorrow brings. Um, Maybe if I have enough time, I'll show you my setup, but I'll probably be setting up in the rain. So we'll see. Talk to you in a bit. Getting closer to my campsite, and we found some more wild hog activity. Tore up. Huh. I asked some of the locals, and they said usually around here they don't have it, but I don't know what else would do something like this. I mean, that's what they do. That sure looks like what it is. Oh, it didn't take long for the fog to move back in. That little view I got for about a minute. And I've been walking for a while now, and wow, it's tore up. Got a lot of, it's like a lot of hogs in here, but still plugging away. It just stopped raining enough to show you a little bit. I'm here at Jared Gap, I think it's called Jared's Gap. I had to set, it was pouring down rain. I set that up. I got my hammock in there. I got to put my under quilt on there yet, my top quilt inside there yet, and shut the doors on the end. But I just got, let me go around this other tree. Gear explosion underneath. Trying to get set up here and before it gets too dark. But out here, about 70 yards up the trail, I had to use 2 trees and put a string in between for a bear hang, because as you can see, there's really nothing sticking out where you could use to hang a bear bag. So we'll see what happens, but there's home for the night. There's where I came. There's those signs, and the trail goes up through there. So we'll go up Blood Mountain tomorrow and go down the other side and see if we can get the pack fixed. I'll do a year end, a day end recap in shortly. Okay, everybody. We started out at Justin's Creek at 14.3 miles. We're sitting at Jared's Gap, which is 26.3 miles. So that makes it a 12-mile day. My math is right. 12 hard miles. Hard. I wanted to go a lot further. I even thought about going to Neil's Gap, but my body gave out. My shoulders and my feet are hurting, so it'll be interesting tomorrow. I'm going to make it a low day tomorrow. I know there's a heck of a climb out of Neil's Gap, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to have to go get my pack fixed and then assess the situation after that. I know there's a hiker that I started with. Actually, I'm hiker number 3. There was 3 of us that signed up at the same time. The one guy came into town a little bit sooner. It doesn't really matter to me, but the 3 of us signed up the same day. So hiker 1 and 2 are just behind me. I hope to hook up with hiker number 2 here shortly. I don't know where hiker number 1 is, unless he passed me, but I don't think he did. But anyway, 12-mile day. Sitting here at Jared's Gap, and I'm gonna leave you with a little clip of how I hung my bear bag. Went through those two trees and straight over to that tree, and then in between hung a line to put that. It's probably about 15 feet off the ground. See if I can back up. They want it that bad, they can have it. It's too heavy anyway. Just gonna go over here. I didn't not hungry when I hike. First couple days I just not hungry. I had a half a candy bar and some fruit chews, and I'm good. And that's not like me. People who know me, I can eat. So I'm sure at some point that'll kick in. But just gonna get the rest of my stuff set up here and lay down and relax for a little bit. It is now 25 after 5 on January 2nd, day 2 on the Appalachian Trail. And it's some crazy weather. I don't think tomorrow's going to be too good. This might be the best that we see. Light rain, fog. I think tomorrow they're calling for thunderstorms and all kinds of good stuff. Hope everybody stays safe, be well, stay positive. See you tomorrow. Just one more thing, guys. I want to show you this really quick. This is crazy. Look behind me. Look how it cleared up. This is just like within seconds. It's been that kind of a day, but most of the time you can even see my bear bag back there. Somewhere in there. Anyway, most of the time it was foggy and rainy, but maybe an hour of the day early this morning and then a couple little glimpses. It's just crazy. I'm gonna show you behind me. It's still foggy as could be, and behind me it almost totally lifted, but it'll blow back in and start raining. And crazy weather out here, man. You got to be prepared for everything. I'm finding that out for sure. But hope you all have a good night. See you in the morning. Hey everybody, live from the hammock again. Just wanted to let you know I'm laying here, just trying to do some editing, and then I'm gonna hit the rack. And I heard these heavy footsteps, and no doubt it was a hiker. And it stopped right at my hammock, so I unzipped it, and there's not too many of us out here, so it's got to be one of us three, or Grime, he's ahead of us, and Michael, which is back with 0.7. So those are the only ones I know that are hiking right now. So anyway, I heard, and somebody said, "Is that Bartman?" I said, "Kenny." So number one just went by me. So it's 132. He said his sole fell off his boot. So he's having a rough time too. So I think we're both going to be down at the outfitter tomorrow. But he was heading up to the shelter up here, which is another 2 miles or something like that. That was right just when you couldn't see anymore. So Godspeed to him. Hope everything works out for him. I tried to offer anything that I could help him with, if he wanted to stay here or if I could help him with anything. And he said he wanted to push up to that shelter and he was gonna carb up and like I said, we'll both have to stop in at the outfitter tomorrow. He'll need some boots, and I'll need to get my pack fixed. So, all right, that's enough for now. I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.